Alright, we are back with more Factorio. Here we go. I am Pax. We are continuing here with that playthrough of Factorio Space Age. And yes, last time we set up our on-demand sushi belt logistics system to provide items to our logistics train. There's one little silly wire missing here, which has been, oops, clogging out our, oops, I didn't even do that. How many, all the blue inserters that we've been requesting, so just because we were missing that wire, it was just dumping them on there constantly, so it should stop now. Of course, this was all still stuff on the way, and hopefully it does stop. Still, like, there's a bunch of stuff coming. That's cool. Okay, the blue inserters did stop. That's good. All right, let me just dump the rest of these in here. Okay. All right, just gotta clean this stuff up a little bit here, and cool, getting some quality stuff. Good, good. Okay. And yeah, we are now just needing to build more stuff, so it is kind of working eventually. Just want to, so there's a couple little finishing touches here to get it fully functional. Also, we're having all the stack inserters here. These are bulk inserters. It's hard for me to get that straight. Okay, that looks better. Are we looking up here? Let's just continue with this, replacing the inserters. And one of the things I realized is I don't have pipes. Yeah, my pipes to my power plant aren't connected. All right. Yes, so yeah, I realized I do have to probably start actually editing, these videos now, but oh man, it's editing is a lot of work, I gotta say. It is a lot of art too, and so I've got a lot to learn. All right, let's also now work on the wall. And we have the north wall here, and just needs its finishing touches as well. Like this. Okay, I also want to make the sushi belt a little bit nicer. I want to add radars to it, but we have, we have an excessive amount of radars, so I'm just going to put these directly on there for now, and eventually we can replace it. So let's just copy this right here. Attach the green wire. Okay, so I also was like not liking exactly where the sushi belt is. I'm gonna move it over one tile. Yes, yes, yes. One tile. Move this giant thing over one tile. That is the Factorio way. So I think this needs to move. Let's put it over here. And let's make this better. Let's move this as well. Okay, that's cleaner. And we can do this. All right, do it. We'll fix it. It's not a big deal. All right, that should be better. And part of the reason I want to do that because I want to put lights right here. Need some lamps along the sushi belt. It's too cool not to have lamps here. Yeah, I saw this YouTuber Zisto do this incredible edit of his Factorio base where he was able to just like, I don't know, he must have found like every time there's this particular, placement sound, he was able to clip it out just around like the exact moment where he placed an entity. And then he showed this like really cool, super fast clipped video of him building his base, and it was just like incredible to watch. No idea how to do that. It would, I mean, I don't know if he must have used some software, because it would just be so tedious to do that by hand. Okay, we're pretty happy now then with hopefully the lamps and sushi belt looking a little bit nicer. I think I need to actually add the landmines here, so let's add them. All right. Yeah, typically I also, in these requests, I typically ask for slightly less than a stack. That way, you know, it doesn't really take as much space up if it messes up slightly. But it does look like it's looking pretty good, right? I think so. And we're just loading up walls. Walls are coming. Landmines are here. Oh yeah, need a inserter for them. So I guess let's just say this is really good. Landmines are coming, and the thing is looking really nice, really nice. Okay. Okay, another little, oh yeah, I want to add modules to a lot of things. Prod modules in these guys. Okay, and then what I also want to do is maybe add a bit more recycling. So still trying to just make sure we keep our logistic storage a little bit cleaned up, just in case things come out of my inventory. Blue circuits, LDS, rocket fuel, engines, electric engines. Guess I'm gonna put roboports here now. Time to get rid of these last gun turrets that are in the base. Goodbye. Anywhere else? This one? Okay, so now let's do the interesting things. And one of them, the first thing is I want to get a new space platform getting started. And so let's activate this again and try to get a new platform. And I guess I'll do this. I guess I don't need this technically anymore, but we'll leave it for now. Let's just shove this in here. All right. Then, yeah, the rocket silo production's coming now. Then we also want to build the thruster, the engine. Thruster engine there. Okay, cool. So we'll do this and quality. All right, let's have this though. Quality engines I think are better. And while we're doing this, I also want to build I want to try to build a rare quality power armor. Yes, and so we are going to do it using the ingredients. So we need to get 40 steel plate, 40 processing units, and 20 electric engine units out of rare quality. And then we can build a rare power armor. So let's try to do that. See how much rare steel we have. Okay, that's enough. That's good. Okay, and then I think there's basically no chance we have enough rare blue circuits. We only have 15. We need 40, so we're gonna have to make more. Oh yeah, I need to quality the batteries here too. Quality batteries. I meant to do that a long time ago. Okay, there we go. So then let's get the rare red circuits. I have 100 of those, that's pretty good. And we'll get some rare green circuits. And we should be able to make more rare blue circuits then. So let's see. So here we'll be making the rare power armor. So we click rare down here. So hope. And we also need 20 rare electric engines. So let's see what we can do with that. Oh, how many do we have? 9. Okay, so we also need then some engines, regular engines. Hopefully we have some rare ones of these. 9 of those. Only 10 of these. I guess. What does an engine need? We need rare gears and pipes, I guess. Okay, we'll just get a couple of rare gears. And okay. And we should have some rare pipes. Okay, yes. Alright, that should be all it takes here. We have the starter pack ready? Yes. Okay, let's send a new starter pack up as well. Build a new space platform. Alright, so this will be our space platform for Volcanus. I'll just call it Volcanus Express. And we'll get it started, and we're gonna have to launch like a bunch of rockets to get the material up there. So we're definitely going to need a lot of the foundation. So let's send, I think at least, yeah, 600 up there launching. Okay, did it launch? Deliver cargo. Do I have to click it every time? Maybe it'll start being automated, I don't know. Yeah, so but we need to send at least, you know, 600 up there, and it only does 50 at a time, so I'm gonna send 12 rockets just to get started on the platform, and then we'll have to also send all the buildings up and stuff. Okay, let's try to make our rare processing units here. Okay, so let's see, we need 40 in total, right? And we have 15, so we need 25 more. I mean, it doesn't need, there's no quality on the fluids, so we can just put normal sulfuric acid in here. All right, so we need 25, right? So 25 times 20 is 500. So we need 500 green circuits. There's 400 of them. And gosh, barely had enough. That should be 500 green circuits. And then it needs yeah, so it needs 50 red circuits. So that should be good enough. And there we go, starting. Obviously, we don't need to put quality modules in here. Prod modules? Okay, maybe we can get an extra one or two. Okay, there we go. There's some rare blue circuits we need, and then we need to make, I guess, the rare electric engines. So let's do this as well. Not like that. Okay, we'll just leave it like that for now. And then I guess we can prod this too. Whoops, I need to say rare. Okay, so here's 10 of the rare engines. And then we need what? 20? Fine. And so we need one more rare engine. Just one more, I think, right? Engine. Okay, just one more, right? Okay. Alright, that should be enough. So then that'll give us everything, right? Cool, okay, so we're set up to make our rare power armor. And is there a chance of getting any other uncommon? Yeah, I think the other kind of thing we want would be better solar panels. Personal solar panels of the, let's start with the rare ones. Let's see. Rare? Alright, so computer age 2. Wow, okay, 1,000 processing units per hour. Gosh, finally did it. Computer age. Wow, alright. I guess all we needed to do was produce a couple of rare ones. 6 of these. And we need 5 steel times 3 would be 15. Okay, cool. Some rare portable solar panels. And is our rocket launching? No. Just have to click on it every time. I mean, I could do this. I guess if I just put down a bunch of platforms. How many is that? 700? Maybe not that many. Okay. Okay, yes, we're getting our rare stuff now. Okay, want this. Let's make a few uncommon ones, I guess. Okay, here we are. Just have this. All right, we'll take more of those. Okay, are our engines done? 12, 21. Oh, that's, okay, that's more than I had wanted. 42. Oh yeah, because of the prod modules, right? Oop. Rare power armor, yes, come my way, please. Yum, yum, yum. Sounds good. Yum, yum, yum. Can we make one of these? Rare shield? Probably, right? Just like one of them? Sure. Okay, we have that. And maybe I could make an uncommon legs, some uncommon legs. Uncommon. So I need some uncommon steel and processing units and electric engines. Okay, we can make 3 of them, right? Alright, so let's try that. So I need 30 and 60 steel. Let's have that, okay. 30 uncommon blue circuits. Yes. Okay, yes, we're about to have some dope power armor. Very exciting. Okay. That should eventually work, right? Okay, okay, okay. Are you done? Yes. Give me rare power armor. Alright, we can get rid of this stuff. Alright. Cool, cool. Very cool. Okay, give me this. Alright. We can, I guess clean all this up. And I guess we'll just leave over here. Yeah, we'll just put all this stuff in this box. All this uncommon quality, high quality stuff. Yes, the rare power armor. Let's see. So this one is 6x8. So let's also get all this out here. And our new one is even bigger. Is 8x10. So that's like a lot bigger. It seems. Seems to me a lot bigger. All right. So let's see. I want then, yeah, 3 of these. 3 of those, and I guess I don't have... Okay, we'll put the batteries there. Still think... Yeah, it doesn't really... We could try to get more roboports, but I think that's still pretty good. This will give us... This gives us an extra one, the uncommon one. And these need batteries, so we don't really have the batteries yet to make a better ones. Okay, but that's still 43 robots. Alright, so we got our 1 energy shield, which has 80 hit points. Pretty good, I think. And let's get our laser defense. And then I think we'll have maybe enough. Let's get this. And then we have 16 of those. Okay, and I guess maybe like 1 more laser. Alright, we're suited up here now. Whew! Alright, well, it has to charge, I guess. Nothing's happened yet. Hey, there we go. Nice, nice. Rare power armor. Uncommon power armor equipment. Yes. And, okay, I think the other thing, though, is I do want more uncommon solar panels here. Especially for our spaceship that we're about to build. So let's see, what do we need here? Just like a bunch of copper circuits and steel, huh? Okay, let's go get a bunch of the uncommon things we need. Yeah, the quality is pretty fun, actually. It's kind of fun to do this. Let's bring this all over there. Another thing we can make is an uncommon tank, because the equipment grid also, again, yes, gets bigger. Alright, so let's see, let's take all this, it's fine. What's the other thing? Copper? Oh, I didn't get the copper dirt. What's going on with this? Okay, I guess the bots are doing it as well. I see. Well, this doesn't work anymore. Huh. I guess it's okay, whatever. Okay, have all the copper. Just make me a bunch of these. Right? Oh wait, let's put quality modules in this. Quality Inception. Should have even better ones, I guess. Okay, I think then we're feeling pretty good here. All set up. All right, good. Okay, so then the main thing I wanted to do is actually set up the trains and go get some mines online. Oh my gosh, yes, now I'm moving so fast. Okay, so we have our builder train, our logistics builder train here. And I guess I'll just take it. Oh wait, no. First, I need to... Okay, so there is a fuel station design here. And so we're going to set this up over here in our main hub. So we'll put this down. This will be used to refuel all of our trains. And we have a logistics item train here, so we can put this down. Hold on, let me get the fuel here first. We need the fuel to be ready. Oh yes. So we'll just bring them up together. Bring it next to the sushi belt here. This. And let's see, how do we get this in? I guess I prefer this. I should have just made it a red belt. Alright, we'll just do this. It's sort of ugly, but well. Okay, here comes a bunch of rocket fuel. Let's just make it red. Oh yeah. Okay, so there we go. There's our fuel station. Let's separate this. There, no, there. Okay, and it needs a splitter though. The other thing I realized, which I think is kind of interesting in this version of Factorio in general, there is a lot of ways to get infinite resources, and in fact, we can just do that by... Oh, wait, we're do we have any more inserters up here? I don't think so. Okay, but so we'll say just whatever. One of these science inserters can go. No. Filter. Iron plates. Yes, filter iron plate. So we'll start putting iron plate into this. Let's see. And then I don't want it to fill up too much. So I'm going to say enabled if iron plate is less than, say, 400. Okay, so we'll start loading up with iron plate. We're basically just getting free iron plate out here, right? I mean, it's free in the sense of like, well, this is a renewable electricity, and we're just getting renewable resources from these asteroid chunks. And so there's no inputs to get iron plate here. And so we're just getting some amount of iron plate consistently. And there's no cost to send anything down from the space station down to Novice. And so we can just basically get free iron, right? So let's see. We can then come over here and just say, I want, 400 iron. Okay, yes. And then we'll, get it out. Yes. Okay, and then we'll just kind of drag it over to, let's see, maybe I want a little lane balancer. Yeah, we'll just drag it into here, I guess. Like if we put it in through the back like this, it will have higher priority. Yeah, and then although it seems like we're launching all these rockets down to the surface, like there's no cost to that. So yeah, we're just getting free iron delivered from space. So that's something. Ooh, how fast I am. Ooh. Okay, we have our rocket fueling station set up. And so we can make our first LTN train. I mean, not LTN, but vanilla logistics train. 2.0 logistics train. Let's see, I kind of want to, this intersection obviously is going nowhere, but let's see, I want to at least delete some of this. Okay, so the idea would be that we would make a train stacker here. Train launcher. Something like this. Okay, train, launcher, 6 of them. Sounds good. Thank you, bots. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, wants to go straight as well. And chain signals here, I guess maybe have a rail signal. Sure. Should be fine. Okay, and then this way it can go directly into here, because they're going to need to get refueled. So you can plop down a logistics item train. So here we go. Boop. All right, yes. So here we are with our logistics item train. And it should be requesting the solid fuel, so hopefully the bots deliver it, but let's see, I do have the rocket fuel on here, right? So let me just put rocket fuel in here. Does it not go automatically? It does once it gets fuel, huh? Cool. Okay, so now what happened is it has one of these interrupt signals, and so basically there's one that's called refuel, and so whenever the fuel, oh, I need to, oh wow, oh yeah, okay. I need to add every type of fuel, right? Fuel, any locomotive, and we're gonna do the rocket fuel as well, less than 10, let's say. So we check if any fuel is less than the threshold, and that'll trigger the interrupt. And we also want it to be empty. That's just part of how the system works. And it goes to the fuel station, and it was messed up because it was just continuously trying to go to the fuel station since it's being refueled with rocket fuel. And I also want you to have such an interrupt, but I'm going to change it slightly because this one is not going to be empty. So basically, if fuel in any locomotive of the rocket fuel variety, we'll just say is less than 10, we're going to go to fuel, and we'll say full fuel or just inactivity. Yes, save interrupt. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, and then you're just sitting at the depot, and so he's waiting for an assignment, and basically this is my logistics train network system. And I'll probably have to do a whole separate tutorial on it more exactly, but in the end, we're going to be using the radars and the circuit network together to make a universal signaling system. So if you now put a wire into the radar, they'll all be connected. Every radar can be connected through the wires. And so now every station will have this system which adds to the radar network and of course reads from it. And then basically we're going to be saying like, okay, we're going to be making our requests through this network, and then this is going to send signals to the trains to decide to go get the request. And so basically like the request will be a negative number, and so the item will be a negative number here, and then it will look to see if there's a provider and a requester, and the train also has to be at the depot station to then be activated, and then it will just go to the provider and to the requester and fulfill the request. There's one little trick as well, which are these green lights. And so basically the issue is often as soon as something gets requested, it's going to be broadcast to all the circuit network at the same time. And so even though we only want one train allocated to the request, they would all go all at once on the same tick. And to prevent that, there's actually this timer circuit as well. And you can see when the green light is active, then that's the only time that the train at this depot can be allocated to a request. And so, yeah, this timer circuit is just, making a small window where only one train can be allocated to a request. And that way they don't all go at the same time. But it's possible that the multiple trains could be allocated because the depots will have timer circuits that are just completely independent. So there could be a chance that they go at the same time, but it's really not too big of a deal. If like one extra train gets allocated, it will eventually, correct itself. So I thought it was pretty satisfactory. Oh my god, I'm so fast. It's awesome. And so let's go up. Let's just drive up to our mine. And I want to just drive up here though. So let's do this. So we'll just drive up here. And hopefully you just can set it up in a reasonable way. I'm so happy about my train tracks now. I spent like so much time just redesigning the rail network before even starting to play. Okay, so we want to then grab the logistics station from the train blueprint book because it sets up all the circuitry for the trains. And yes, so I had to make the stacker bend a little bit because the turns are wider now, and so everything got kind of widened. And then yeah, I made this kink in the stacker, which allows me to get more space. Then I made a sort of outlet shortcut because a lot of times the trains are going to be sitting in these depots and they just want to go somewhere else, so they need a little shortcut out of here. And I also have then in the main rail blueprint book a logistics requester station, and so I have this set up for multiple different things. And right now I often like to have this little first logistics train stop actually provide fuel. And so in a lot of my other designs, it doesn't have the train stop names, that's bad. Yes, a lot of my other designs, I usually bring the fuel to the train stations instead of having like a refueling station. But of course, the new interrupt system changed that a little bit, but they actually don't really interfere with each other, so you can do it either way. But until we get nuclear fuel, I'm just going to use the interrupt system, and then maybe once we get nuclear fuel, I'll go back to having this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then we also have the recycling train, so all of the storage chests here are going to be activating a recycling train eventually. We're not really ready to set that up yet. And then this other station is our logistics provide station here, so this should be called logistics. I mean, this is the requester. Logistics request. And again, it has the same combinator settings as the provider, but they're all just turned off. So the provider just has them all on because it wants to provide everything. But different stations might not want everything. So we set it up so you can turn only certain things on at a time. And here I want to set up a bunch of mines and oil. So I'm going to turn the items on for these are for like the train stations really. We could turn this on to if we wanted to build more rails, but I think we'll just do this. And we want oil, and so the mine will get miners and more belts, and oil will get the pump jacks and more pipes. So let's see if this works. So it should be active, but I don't think I have the train set up either. So let's see, let's fix this. So you're gonna say go to logistics. Okay, that's fine. Go to logistics provide until inactivity. And also then go to logistics request until also inactivity, I guess. It's fine. Of course, once I removed that previous condition, the interrupt activated and it needs to go refuel. So it went to its fuel interrupt triggered, and now it's going to go refuel. So that should be good. That's fine. Okay, now it's going to go to logistics request. All right, so it's coming. Here we are. Let's hope it works. So this isn't, I mean, since everything's in the global network right now, it's not really necessary, but okay, here we go. Red belts, yellow belts, tanks, undergrounds, inserters, pipes, chests. Okay, looks very good. Looks very promising. More pipes. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then it's done. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's watch it go back and see it refuel. So yeah, we just dropped off almost, yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of belts, a lot of pipes, tanks. mining drills, right? Yes, hopefully. All right, then it goes back, and then we should see it load back up with stuff. There we go. It's almost better. I'll turn alt mode off. Not really. But yeah, that does also look good that it's only a couple things going. You see it reloading with pipes here. See it reloading with the belts. See it reloading with the red belts and the underground pipes. Very good. So that is our logistics train in action. And it still wants more. What does it want? So it still wants pipes and pump jacks? Is that right? There's no pump jacks. Okay, wait. Are there pump jacks? Pump jacks. Here? They're accessible, it seems. We have some. Mining drills. We're going. Okay. Is it not fluids? Oh, I see. Yes, there is a missing thing, which is oil. Yes, this should be here. That's why. Okay, there we go. Should send those pump jacks coming then, right? Well, there's other things, I guess, taking priority here. There you go. There's pump jacks. Okay, and it should have bots on there too. It does. And then did it drop off any bots? Should have maybe dropped off some bots. Not sure if that worked though. Oh yeah, it wouldn't work because this is already satisfied with bots. Yes, okay, good. Alright, so that is generally then the idea of the logistics train, and then now we're going to use the train blueprint book to build some stations, and we're going to build then, so these are parameterized, so we'll put it down, shift click it in this case, and this will be for oil, so we're going to click oil, and everything got allocated very quickly. Of course, we're still in the global network, so those bots are going to come. We could try to disconnect from the global network temporarily, just to see some interesting stuff happen, maybe. Right, so I think we just get rid of this one. Right, so are there still bots out here? Only 19, but once this gets refilled, should head out. It's probably just, yeah, still waiting on inactivity. You see all these pipes here. That's cool. Okay, so we have a disjoint roboport network, right? Yeah, and then should drop off more bots too once it comes back. And then we won't have to wait for the bots to like traverse across the entire base to build this. Okay, so then we're gonna have more stations, right? So we want provide stations. So we're gonna do the oil in one station, and then the iron will be here. Then we'll do the 2 coppers, and then the other iron, I think is best layout of this. So, okay, yeah, we've got a shift click. This one's going to be for iron ore. Check. Okay, this is right? Yeah, shift click. This will be copper ore. Then once again, copper ore. And then once again, iron ore. And I think that's pretty much it. Can make another one. There's this stone we could get, but it's almost like, okay, are we going to build belts all the way up to here to build it into a train and then bring the train in, or could we just build belts down to here and bring it in that way? So I think I'm going to just do the latter. It's fine. Okay, and we do have hopefully help from these guys. Yeah, they're pulling stuff from here, so we've got like 20 extra bots here helping us. But when the train comes back, we should see it bring even more. Let's now just throw down some miners. I have, of course, this 100% guide, which I've been enjoying. And some great blueprints for miners and stuff. So let's see. It's like a little tiny bit not covered, but just do this. All right, there is one mine. Okay, the train came back. That's good. All right, did we get more bots? We did, indeed. Good. There's pump jacks here now as well. Cool. All right. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So let's see. Probably want to put a roboport up here. Let's pop one there. Okay. That seems to cover it pretty well. Okay. Sort of interferes though. Can fix that, I think. Wow, super force build will. This bounce down like that, huh? That's an idea, I guess, but that's not exactly right, game. So, we can just do this now. Okay, copper, copper, iron, iron. And we want to like also work all the way down here with this. Or actually, wait, no, I should do this, right? Yeah, let's do this. This. Okay, but we have some bots, you know, helping us build here. Logistics train seems to be going back and forth pretty happily. Bringing us more stuff. Okay, that's cool. I think it's good. It should be good, right? Things are looking pretty nice. I think so. Stuff's coming, stuff's coming. Okay, let's get these oil. Let's get this oil online. Usually when I build oil, I like to think about just like one straight line and point everything to that straight line like this. And then we underground. And that, sure. There we go. Okay, and then throw down some power poles. Okay, a little circle. Alright, there is our oil from here. Maybe a pump somewhere. Alright, here we go. There we go. Okay, so there is one of our oils. Wait, let's bring this around. Five to 4. Like that, but this will be upgraded to red. Yes. And then we'll feed it in. Okay, just do this, it's fine. I think this is... Nope, this is a problem. Cliff in the way. Okay, let's get just a 4 to 4. We'll upgrade this though. 6 to 4. Get all these together. All right, there we are. Alright, so things are kind of working. Kind of want maybe more bots out here. So let's go with 200. Cool, okay, there we go. Now we're starting to see it get built. Alright, very nice. Okay. Actually wanted to add the storage chests here also to the system. I think this will work. Alright, bots, get busy. To work. Okay, it's getting built. And we don't have the wooden power poles on the network is the issue, yes. Alright, this is called the Wormhand Logistics Network. So we're going to just put down a storage chest for wooden power poles and then can deconstruct it, and then the bots will move it. eventually. Of course, I just deconstructed my logistics storage, so the bots are busy. All right, but this looks pretty good. Like, it's kind of working, and we have most of our providers set up at least. And yeah, we're working our way down to the iron mine, but I just wanted to test out the logistics train and start to get this mine online. But I think we are pretty happy with it right now, and we haven't seen any action from our logistics trains yet other than just getting refueled, but I think that's what we'll do in the next session. We'll finally get this finished up and bring the ores back into the base and set up the train system for providing the ores to our smelter. And possibly, I think the plan will be to build another oil facility over here as well and deliver the oil through the train network. Yes, very cool, very cool. But yeah, but I think we have our logistics train now set up, providing for us, and we can, yeah, again, make these segmented networks so that way the logistics train will come and bring us the material we need for the wall and for building, but, you know, a little bit closer. And maybe we'll have to rearrange this somehow as well. All that wood's going in there. And right, let's also, we can do this as well. That did work, huh? Okay, this should be radars. Pop, pop. Okay. So this way, oh yeah, oh, the radars are in here. Okay, but this will also, should be able to add stuff there. Mining drills. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff in here in our storage that we can put onto the network. So that looks like it's working now though. Good, reds and mining drills, and that's awesome. That's good. So all that stuff can be accessed by our logistics train now. Cool. Yeah, very cool. Okay. Yes, but then I think we'll call our session here. We have, yes, just set up our logistics train a bit. We're starting to work on this mine, and yeah, we just want to, yeah, have the train network ready and just get these resources because, yeah, we basically are just running out of resources. We don't have that much left. And so I don't want to try to leave the planet before we really just have a robust system. And then we started our space platform. We just got it set up, and I've gotten a bit of the, you know, space platform stuff out here. Let me just maybe get a little bit more. I'm not sure how much we're going to need. And yeah, we'll soon be working on our ship to Volcanus. And yeah, go to the next phase of the game. But then I think we'll just call the session here. There you go. Factorio. Look at me running around like a speedy boy in my rare power armor. Oh yeah. There's a pipe missing. Cool. Yes, but we'll call the session here. Alright, yep. See you in the next video.